Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel, which is all about video games, craft, and of course mainly cross-stitching. So I post things on alternate weeks usually. The coming up week I'm going to have a bit of a change in my schedule. I won't be posting my normal video game video. I will be posting some retreat videos instead because we have retreat coming up next week, which is very, very exciting. So of course a lot of you guys will be going. A lot of you guys know about Frogwarts, which is hosted by the Black Needle Society this year. And I'm going, and I'm going to make miniature vlogs for every day. So every day that the retreat is on, there'll be a new video up here saying what we did, what kind of stuff's going on, and of course what I'm stitching. So keep an eye out for that. There will be a lot of content coming in, but I only plan to make really short videos, maybe 5-10 minutes, and just keep them on the lower side, just as sort of an update thing. So without further ado, this is Flosstube number 8, and today I have a new start, and I have a little bit of haul, and I'm very excited about my experiment as well. So for those that know about the Frogwarts retreat, there's been a lot of discussion about the fabric for the retreat exclusive pattern, which of course is on what's supposed to be a parchment type color. Now I had trouble finding this in a piece long enough to do all 7 years. So I have gone ahead and tried my hand at tea dyeing. It was terrifying because I thought I was gonna ruin the fabric and have to buy more, and then it wouldn't come in time, and that I just really hate it. But I mean, it turned out really, really nice. So I found the trick with it for me was to just keep checking it once it was in the big pot of tea, and then to bake it at a much lower temperature. So everywhere online it said to bake it at 200 degrees. I ended up baking it at 120, 130, so very, very low in the oven. And I only baked mine for about 15 minutes to get the color I really wanted. So I'm going to hold it up for you now. It's got my new start on it as well. So here it is. So this is 32 count even weave that I got from Sew It All. And the white of the Q-snap is what this was. It was blinding white. So you can see it's quite a dramatic amount of difference on it. And I'm really happy with the way it came out. You can really see Hedwig coming in. And of course the words stand out really nicely on it. So I'm pretty excited about that. It worked out a lot better, a lot better than I thought it was going to, and I'm really, really happy. So I've learned a new skill, and if you have questions about it, let me know. I'm by no means an expert, but I can weigh in for you if you're not sure. Sorry, I've been working all day and my throat's just a little bit dry. So yeah, this is also my new start, which is the 7 band samplers for the Frogwarts retreats. So of course the first one has been released because we've got the first retreat coming up this weekend. So I've just made a bit of a start on this. A lot of people are a lot further along, but you have to try and finish it within the retreat time. And there is a prize for the people that do finish it. So I'm hoping to get this done and win my house some points. But I'm really happy with how that's coming along. For those of you that aren't in retreat and haven't seen it yet, sorry, it's all about angles for my computer to pick up the phone. Come on, buddy. It's not going to do it now. Did it fine on the test? Ah, there you go. You can kind of see it. So it's got Fluffy and the mirror and the stone, the nimbus, Ron on his knight, Bertie Bott's beans, the keys, the spells that are best known, Solo Homoro and Guardian Leviosa. Of course, our favorite, the hat, the umbrella, and Hedwig, and it's just a really cool piece. I think it's great that it's all put together like that, and I can't wait to see what we get for the next couple of years. So far it's been a pretty easy stitch. It's my first even weave stitch, so it's been a little bit difficult for me, as I am an Ada stitcher, to get used to the change and the move in the band. As I'm doing it as 2 threads over 2, which is what was recommended, and it's just taken me a little while to get used to skipping that middle hole on everything. I really want to go in and I really want to stab it. But alas, those holes will never be stabbed. So that is that. I think the next thing I'm going to do is show you my Pokemon piece. I've stopped working on it now to work on the sampler for retreat, and I feel like I'm being really naughty, because I told myself no new starts until this is finished, no new starts, and then retreat came along, and for the good of the team, I had to start it. You can't not do your best for your team, right? It's not totally my fault. So I've had to put Pokemon down, and I feel bad for it because it's so close. But I have now done 40,000 stitches since the start of this year, and I was up in this row at the start of this year, so I was at like the top of it. I'd only done a little bit, and I have done 3 rows down, and I'm working on row 4. It's a little bit, there's some loose threads. They're a little bit covered, but you can see that we've got the Bulbasaur line has come in. We're starting on Charmander, who I love very much. He is my favorite starter. Who is yours? My husband's is Squirtle, because boys like blue. At least that was always his reason. When we play together, I have to be red, so I figured boys like blue. But yeah, this is 40,000 stitches for the year. It's a lot. It's a lot, and we're so close to finishing. I got very lucky recently too. My mum has come over and seen it, and she has decided that she will get it framed for my birthday this year. So that means I got to finish it by September. But I reckon I can do it because I'm only 3 pages now off. So these 3 in here, and then these ones. If you're wondering why Venusaur's mouth is super empty, it's because I ran out of thread. So I'm waiting on an order with with thread, because I went to my local Spotlight and my local Lincraft with a list of about 10, 15 colours that I needed, and they had none. Spotlight had none of them, and then the Lincraft I went to up here near home had like 2. So I ended up not buying them. I said stuff it. I went online and I ordered them. But I did buy some étoiles and some light effects. So I was pretty excited about that. I didn't know you could get sparkly threads, and my mind was a little bit blown, so I went overboard. So the camera picks it up a little bit. So I'm gonna play with a couple of different designs and see if I can sub them in to places. So I got C972, which is yellow. C814, the red, the really dark red. C816, which is a lighter red. And dropped it. C995, which is this light blue color. And then my favorite one is C823. It looks like the night sky, you guys. I don't know if it's catching the sparkle or not, but it's a really dark midnight blue, and it just looks like stars have come out in it, and I really, really love that. So I think that's really cool. And then for light effects, I know everyone says they're horrible to work with, but they're pretty, and I like them. I got the pink, the blue, and the green. Yeah. I'm sorry guys, my lighting is not good. I'm working on that. Now, the other piece of haul that I have gotten this week is amazing. So my friend Alma from Alma's Little Wonders on Instagram and Flosstube, she is really, really lovely. We talked a little bit and she started following me and I started following her. And she tagged me in this project bag. Now, this project bag itself is made by Ashley over at Sweetheart Stitches. And I got the note with it. So Alma tagged me in it and I couldn't resist. I had to get them. They're very mean. I've never actually had a proper project bag before, so I was surprised to see how much they expand. and how much they can hold. It's amazing that something so flat can fit my Q-snap and fit nicely in my bag. Not that I go anywhere, but it's nice to have that option, you know? And I really love the little notation pouch. I think it's a really good size, and I really love it. So the other thing that came with it, now I don't use this method of storage. I can't get my head around it, and Missy up there eats all my threads. But it came with surprise thread drops in really cute colors. So they'll of course go off to my friend Flissyfish, who now does stitch using thread drops and keeps her thread that way. But for me, it's just a no-go. I can't get used to it. I like my bobbins. The other thing I found that I totally forgot I had is my magic card. Oops, upside down. So this is from last year's Show Me Retreat. And you can see it's got the 3-inch ruler on it. So you can start any project without having to find a ruler as long as this is in your stitchy box, because it fits really nicely and it just tells you how far to go in, how far to go down, so you can start that corner and get cracking, which I love because I can never find a ruler in this place, ever. I'm worse when I'm at work, and I know I have at least 4 at work. So yeah, that's what I've done this week. So of course we have got retreat coming up, and I can't wait to do little vlogs for that one. So I'm going to do daily vlogs for each day, to let you know what I've been doing, what's been going on for us, and where we're up to with our stitching. So you'll get to see the Harry Potter piece grow really, really nicely, hopefully really, really quickly. As always, there are updates now on my Instagram at miss.chloe.s.w. And that shows how much I've done, what I'm doing, how I'm feeling. There are occasionally plant photos on there, and of course photos of my monster, but most of the time it is just the daily cross stitch update. I try and stitch every day and keep a record just so I can see how much I've done, because sometimes I find you stitch and you stitch and you stitch and you feel like you've done nothing. You feel like there's no progress. But if you can have a daily photo to go back to, it makes such a big difference. It's so surprising to see how much you've actually grown, how much work you've done. And I find that really, really amazing. So yeah, I'll hopefully see you in all of my little mini vlogs that are going to come out in the next week. Again, my video game video is not going to be coming out next week. It'll come out the week after. And I'm looking at doing Crash Bandicoot for that one. So it'll just be a short Crash Bandicoot video. And I'll be able to upload that for you. I'm thinking of doing it to show how to get some extra lives in the second game, because we can all use those. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me this week. I'll see you next weekend. Stay happy.